What's going on, guys? This is Chandler Smith, and today I'm going to take you back inside my grandparents' house after we've done a couple tweaks and fixes because we're just about to get it rented. I'm also going to explain why we decided to do vacation rental instead of long-term rental. So with all of that being said, let's jump into it.
You've made this a gourd-looking property.
Is that even a gourd?
I think it's considered a gourd.
First off, I want to show you guys, last time we were really struggling with this property. One, because Garrett had a bunch of bad ideas. Two, because we weren't sure if we were going to use it for long-term rental or short-term rental. And three, we were trying to figure out how to make it a 2-unit property, and we weren't sure how we were going to pull that off either, and what it was going to rent for. So we've answered all of those questions. We're within a month of having it completely finished so we can rent it out. And unfortunately, I've had a lot of other projects, so this one's kind of just been sitting here. But one person has got to benefit from it. So we're gonna take the camera here. Who's benefited, James?
Me.
So I think I zoomed in too much. You're much better with that camera than me. But James has actually been working for me full time, and so I told him he could live in the basement of this, but the basement hasn't been finished. So he's gotten the whole house for the last couple months.
I think you should let James keep the whole house.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
How have you liked it, James?
It's been pretty nice.
Are you gonna be sad when we make you move downstairs?
Yeah, it's gonna be an adjustment for sure.
Cool, so first off, let's go show you the work we did out here.
I'm gonna put this gourd back first.
So this isn't finished yet, but we didn't want to put a drain in. I knew that my grandpa had turned this into a garden. So all of this was still here because it used to be a 2-unit property, but my grandpa actually filled it in and was gardening out of this. None of this awning or anything was here, at least not to my knowledge. Maybe something like it was here years ago, but we dug it all out. We still have to remove some of this that did not fit on the trailer we had here. But I also hired some guys, and they decided that they thought they could cut it and pull it out. I don't know what they were thinking. We hired an actual operation to come and do it properly. So I'm kind of embarrassed to show this, but
Wait, they were trying to cut the concrete and pull
they
it out?
They did cut the concrete, and they thought they could pull it out, but their saw wasn't thick enough.
So these stairs were here before?
Yeah, they were. So, again, this is foolish. I was not here. I handed the project over. I take no ownership over someone's thought that they could pull this out. I don't know what they were thinking.
That's pretty stuck in there.
Yeah, we've got an actual company coming to finish cutting it out.
So did you have to pay these guys?
No, they were just pretty gung-ho to try it. They're the ones that were digging stuff out. So I was like, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? But I didn't think they were gonna get a truck and try and pull it out. I honestly don't know how they thought an angle would get it out when they still have part of it that wasn't cut.
So yeah, that's what's the next step? TNT?
No, you just hire a real company that comes and cuts it out and takes it away. And then
They probably cut it out in pieces, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yep. But now it's covered. We need to finish the underside there, but that should keep the water out. If it doesn't, we'll probably have to put walls around the exterior because with no drain down here, it's somewhat problematic.
That's cool.
Now let's show you the plans on the inside.
Got some foundation cracking.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that was there before and it isn't because they were trying to pull it out.
Me too. That's the worst that could happen.
Yeah.
A cracked foundation and a couple broken windows. Last time you said that you didn't think you needed to replace the carpet in the kitchen. Did we replace it?
We did. Yeah,
Good.
I told you that was a good idea.
That was my idea. You said no.
Rerun the clip, Tanner. I definitely told him I wanted this here. But in this room, I'm gonna leave the carpet. The carpet's in great shape. I'm gonna leave this, and the majority of the paint, everything is in great shape. So probably just gonna leave it to get it rented. Anything you'd add?
I would change this. I would definitely put in LVP. No. You were skeptical.
So, the carpets have not been cleaned yet, right, James?
We spot treated it a little bit.
Yeah, so once we do, I think this should clean up good. Unfortunately, James has had to live in it with some of the marks, but this carpet was actually in pretty good shape. So our plan is to do a vacation rental. Biggest reason, I just I don't know. The house is pretty meaningful to me. I kind of don't want to change a lot of stuff. So we figured we could keep like my grandma vibe to a nice vacation rental, make it so that it sleeps a lot of people, and have a good place up here. And then James can live in the basement and make sure nobody wrecks it when they use it as a vacation rental.
Will James provide warm cookies like most grandmas do?
James, will you?
I won't.
So we need to finish the trim pieces, but you can see in here, we have the kitchen done, flooring in. We just need to add trim.
This looks nice.
Yeah, came together pretty good. So once we get the trim in, we've already gotten ahead because I had James get a table and chairs and get our TV rigged up and a couple little things so that we're just ready to go.
The TV looks nice.
It does.
Where'd the furniture come from?
So the furniture, video coming soon. Garrett talked me into buying a cabin that we also are planning on using as a vacation rental, but right now we're just staying in it. And it had a bunch of furniture in it that was nice, but not quite the standard we wanted at our cabin. So we bought all new furniture, and then we moved that furniture here.
That's awesome.
So this is the living room.
This couch was in your downstairs of your cabin.
Yeah, that was at the cabin. This was at the cabin. We probably have too much furniture, so we're going to have to figure out where it all goes. But we got this room. Actually, this room probably looks worse than it did because we've got all James stuff in here. But that's going to be out soon.
Yeah. That's like,
Are you going to paint in here?
Yeah. Well,
I would.
yeah, we probably will. I don't know, though. The paint's pretty clean.
Yeah, it's just
this
weird
wall.
red wall.
Yeah, we might get rid of the red wall. The big thing with me is like, I know it sounds funny, but a lot of this work, like these, my grandpa built these.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get rid of them, you know?
Yeah,
so there's
no,
lots of
that's
stuff that I'd like to keep and just keep the...
That's crazy.
Grandpa, grandma
he
vibe.
built this kind of stuff. I can't even barely figure out how to walk and talk, and your grandpa figured out how to build this kind of stuff.
All of this, even though it's quirky, I think for a vacation rental, just keeping kind of the older vibe, the blue carpets. We are going to get rid of this, though. This is the project for this week. So we're going to get rid of all the carpet in the bathroom, which makes sense.
Seems like a liability.
Look, they even had different carpets in this part of the bathroom compared to this part of the bathroom. So we're going to get rid of both of those. But the pinks and the blues and all that, I think I'm going to leave. And then we're just going to put nice furniture in, spruce it up, and we'll be good to go.
You'll have to get like some trendy furniture like that stuff.
Yeah, like this couch right here. Look at this. So in here, we're going to load it up with bunk beds.
I got the title, Vintage Airbnb.
Vintage.
Vintage
I like
sounds
it.
fancy. Everybody likes vintage.
So this room's been pretty much cleaned out for the most part. But our plan in here is we're going to do a queen and then a twin bunk bed. And then have a couch against the wall that opens up into a bed. I want this to be able to sleep like 25 plus
How much do you
people.
think you'll have to spend on furniture?
I won't have to spend any because I just moved it all from my cabin.
You took those bunk beds out too?
No, I guess just the only beds I'll have to buy is that one. But Jace already has a king bed.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll have to get bunk beds in here, but then the rest of the furniture is
That's
good.
not too bad though.
Yeah.
Furnishing stuff is expensive.
Like, should I leave the radio? That's kind of a cool touch,
that's
isn't
totally
it?
cool. Vintage, dude.
Vintage.
That's a vibe.
Vintage. I'm really curious how vacation rental will do here. So this is going to be our little experiment.
I bet they'll do good. I have friends who do really well with them.
Videos like this make me nervous because people are going to give me a hard time because very little thought has gone into this project, as you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of like it's a really expensive collector's piece for you.
Nah, that's fair. I just kind of turned it over. I shouldn't have done that, though, the more I think about it on that wall out there.
What do you mean?
Just the fact that they were trying to pull that out with the truck, it makes no sense to me. All right, so the way we were going to divide it is we're going to put something right here
So where's the door?
for
The outside.
separating them.
Yeah.
There won't,
No, the door to the outside.
It's clear on the other side.
Oh,
So the way that it works, we're going to separate things right here. So
Okay.
this is all James.
and this is storage
and
for
then
these
this will be
people?
storage. Yeah, I mean, it might be storage that I end up using and lock, or they can use
Don't
it
you
for
own
the
some
vacation
storage units?
rental. Yeah, some. Yeah. Video, we got to do that video. I haven't done the video on my new storage units yet.
No, sore spot.
This is the project that we are currently in the middle of. We've added this, and then we're gonna have the oven here, fridge over here, and then some countertop space over here. So this is where James is gonna live. As you can see, we are in the midst of construction. But we did get this nice oven for just 250 bucks. It's a pretty good deal.
This doesn't seem like it's very high efficiency.
That is interesting. I think that one, is there air coming out of that?
Oh yeah.
That's a very valid concern to have. But I don't know, maybe that was his way of heating it down here.
I mean, it seems to work.
James, is it getting chilly? Did you cut that hole? We still have to get the carpet out of here and put in flooring. And then I think we're going to
I don't know, this is your best carpet.
That's what I said, but James said he wanted to get rid of it.
James.
I really like it. The thing is, with this house, everything just reminds me of my childhood, so I'm like, oh, let's just leave it. If you're anyone else,
I don't think James will ever fit in this room.
Don't hit that light. Oh, that was close. Are you standing up? Yeah, that's
You're a
pretty
tall
tight.
man.
Really?
This was their idea of attempting to pull that bad
Oh, this will
boy
be the
out.
entryway.
Yeah,
They used one of your grandpa's logs.
I guess so. Thought we were a little further along before we started filming this video.
Still got some work to do.
Still have quite a bit to do.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep. All right, so you rated James' cabinets. Feeling better?
I was hungry.
Yeah. You also went and wrecked his bathroom.
That is not true.
And there was one other update. I'm sure a lot of people are like, Chandler, you looked at your other video and it was months ago, and this has been taking a really long time. Truth be told, Jace that manages the property for me, he actually had some people that were super desperate for a place to stay before James moved in, and they didn't care the quality of it. They just needed a working kitchen and some bedrooms. And so before we had done any renovation, they rented it for like 2 months, I think. So, and they were paying a premium. I think they were paying like $2,500 a month.
You're
just because
kidding.
They were just super desperate for a place to stay.
You savage.
So I've actually done pretty well. I haven't like lost money yet paying the mortgage. It's definitely not been like cash flow.
What's your
key.
mortgage?
I don't know, like under $2,000 a month or something like that.
That's way less than that.
Yeah, I don't know, because we bought it for $300,000.
Mental math with Yogi.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It was we paid $300,000 for it, put 25% down, and we got it at like a 3.5% interest rate.
I'm not going to be able to do that. I can tell you how much interest you're paying every year.
Yeah, I'm sure that's easy.
Well, it's not that easy.
Well, yeah, it is.
No.
300,000 at 3.5%.
No, 225,000 at 3.5%.
Okay, well, 200,000 is going to be 7,000 in a little bit.
Yeah, that's not exactly.
All right, so that is why it's taken so long, but there will be an update video on this with it completely rented within the month. However, we wanted to show you the shop. Originally, I was going to rent the shop, but I do not have a lot of space for a lot of things that I need to have space for until my house is done.
Like cars?
Yeah, got more cars than I have garage space lately.
I heard you're buying another one.
Thinking about it. But let's go show them the garage. So guys, I'm almost to 100,000, is it followers, subscribers?
Followers.
I don't know, I don't actually go on TikTok. James posts all the TikToks from YouTube, but I'm going to start, and me and Garrett just put together a rowdy 8-second TikTok. So you have to go check it out. Chandler David Smith.
Chan and Yogi.
For TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can barely keep up with my own. How are we gonna keep up with one?
No, don't do half of them.
Okay, could you do 3/4 of them?
Maybe.
Okay, deal. And come up with the other quarter on what we should do.
Maybe.
So, the deck, I'll show you this. I'm actually kind of stressed about it. We're gonna tarp it up for the winter and then refinish it in the spring. This project has just been so low on the list compared to everything else we've had going on. So if you ever wanted to rob me blind, just become buddies with James, because he kind of controls everything now.
James is the handler.
So I'm thinking,
this is nice.
Yeah, maybe I can store my trailer in the Razor and maybe a car over here. But I think this originally was a garage, and
Yeah,
then
it
they
looks,
filled it in.
sure looks like it.
But yeah, it's a good little place to store stuff. Also, it has a working drain, working water, and a gas furnace. But the furnace is gone, but it still has the gas.
Dude, have you actually priced those out? They're expensive.
Yeah, I know. I'm
They're
pretty
like
sure
$8
that's
grand. Yeah.
that's why when my parents moved out, the place got raided. So
Did it? Really?
just by family,
Oh,
someone in the family took it.
that's a bummer.
What?
Can you make this a triplex?
I don't know. I wonder what the rules on that would be.
Because if you can make this a triplex, that's the best use here.
Be a cash cow.
Because this is a big space. I mean, This is
Yeah, well, my uncle told me it has running water and it has gas.
Yeah, that's
So
90% of your battle.
You
there,
wouldn't,
know?
I don't think you could get approved by the city, but that.
Are you sure? Oh, maybe you might be able to.
Maybe, I mean,
It's
there's
got
a
a big
ton of
lot.
multifamily
You
right
need
here.
more parking. I guess you have some right here.
Yeah. If we did that, that would actually be killer.
That'd be sick.
The only problem is sometimes, I mean, the one, it's like a 5-bedroom. Upstairs unit has like 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms.
Well, yeah, but that's a sunk cost. This is the...
No, I know, but keeping a good tenant in there might be
Oh.
hard if you've got a downstairs tenant and a tenant out here.
Well, you're going to vacation rental that, though, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Should we turn this bad boy into a triplex?
Yes.
Now,
In 6 months, Chandler will claim that idea as his own. Just
yeah. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, I felt like I had to show you something on it because we've had this house for a while, haven't done anything. I can promise you within the month, it's gonna start moving very quickly, and we'll show you the finished product. And then, if you want to, you can come to Idaho Falls and stay in our vacation rental. We'd love to have you. Could you do an ad for us?
I'll do an ad later.
Like later in like 30 seconds later?
It's not ready yet.
No, you gotta do the ad now, prepping them for it.
Do you want some free wood in your life? Come stay at Chandler's Airbnb and you can take as much wood as you'd like for the drive home. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How was that?
Yeah, it's really good. I thought you were gonna go a different direction when I gave you kind of
we're PG.
a blank slate, but
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.